Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 8 Russian medium tank, the Object 416. Of course the Object 416 has that really slim, low profile, and of course it's a rear turreted medium tank. So some people like to use it as a tank destroyer, some people like to use it as a medium. It's got pretty decent frontal armour, and this replay has been sent to me by Shipwreckedtwice from RNG Clan, who I believe has recently changed his name to match with his YouTube channel, which I'll put a link in the video description. His YouTube channel is BoB, and he always provides entertaining content and some real ripper games. In this matchup, he's on Siegfried line, and it's assault mode. He's defending the base, and he's going up to the northern part of the map to try and see what enemy tanks are pushing from the northern side, and also dish out a little bit of damage. He puts the shell into the Cromwell beak, and he also got the spotting damage, I think, when that S51 was killed by his artillery. And you look at the minimap, the heavy tanks are in the town, which on assault mode, which only goes for maximum 10 minutes, that's probably the right thing to do. They need to defend that cap, and if you defend that cap, you win the game, whether you kill all the enemy tanks or not. There's a little Aussie tank there having a shot at Shipwreckedtwice, but Shipwreckedtwice is trying to get the goods on that T28 prototype, which just got taken out by the Tier 7 Russian artillery. Of course, the downside of this tank is its gun depression could be better. Takes another shot from the AC4 experimental, the Australian British premium medium tank, but a quick shot in the turret. That does have a pretty strong turret, that Aussie tank, but not strong enough to deflect the shot from the medium tank that's 2 tiers higher than you. Tries to get a shot into the FV4202, the new, well, not that new anymore, the British premium medium tank, which is hanging around with that Cromwell B. 3-3 is the score. Shipwreckedtwice has already picked up 1100 hit points of damage, but he's running out of health. He's down to just under 500 hit points of health. And of course he's platooned with his old mate Prince of Chaos, also from RNG Clan, who's running around in his Tier 7 American M41 Walker Bulldog, which is an absolute ripper of a tank. I really regret selling it. I'm not enjoying the T49 as much as I enjoyed that M41 with its 10-shot autoloader. But Prince of Chaos has picked himself up a kill, getting rid of SU-100. Even though it's only Tier 6, it does have a pretty handy gun, the Russian tank destroyer. They're down by a tank now, the score at 4-5. They've got a kill each, these two platoon mates. And Shipwreckedtwice has already picked up 1466 hit points of damage, but without giving too much away, he's going to add to that total pretty soon. He's firmly got his eye on that FV4202, but he's just trying to get that gun to get down. See that gun depression, it's just not there, and that's the thing with the rear turreted medium tanks. But he does manage to get a shot into the turret of the British medium, and he's down to 543 hit points. Let's see if he can take him out of the game. 5-6 is the score, and now he's just going to roll in, picks up his second kill, and he's going to run with the momentum and move down here as the Prince of Chaos lights up the enemy artillery. And of course that Russian gun takes a while to aim, but he gets rid of that M12, the Tier 7 American artillery. But the score's 7-all now. The enemy team are still picking up their kills one by one, and Shipwreckedtwice and Prince of Chaos' side is actually down a tank now, until the Prince of Chaos gets rid of the little Bertie Tier 6 popular British artillery piece. Yeah, looks like he's trying to flank around to get that Emil. 8-10 is the score. He gets lit. Those enemy heavy tanks are right in the city there. The IS-3, the Emil 1. And I can't see where the T-32 is. I'm tipping the T-32 is probably in the city as well on the enemy side. Still got 500 health. He's probably going to need every one of those hit points. Comes up to try and help get rid of the Emil, but the Spic does its job and gets rid of the Swedish autoloader. And now Shipwreckedtwice just looking for a sneaky shot into the T-32. He shoots but misses, and in that little skirmish down the south, that T-32 got rid of the Prince of Chaos. Spick only tracks him, but he does put a damaging shot into the Spick, and he wants that gun to load as quick as he can. He gets another shot into the Spick, and then the Spick on Shipwrecked Twice's side sends him back to the garage. But he needs to watch his back. There's a T-37 there. But the T-37 should be no match for the little object 416. As he's peeking around the corner. It's a T-37. There's also the French Tier 7 autoloader, which he wants to probably get rid of as well at some stage soon. Looks like little Frenchie's going to sit on the cap circle for a while. I don't think he's going to last there too long. Tanks on Shipwrecked Twice side doing exactly the right thing here, sticking together so they can focus fire better to get rid of these enemy tanks. That AMX 1375 takes out the Spick, and that WZ could probably use a bit of a hand. Shipwrecked Twice takes the 1375 down to a one shot. The WZ confirms the kill, making the score all even again at 13 apiece. And looks like that T-32 has got his blinkers on. He's going straight for the WZ. And the T-37 just being annoying, just taking 100 hit points at a time off Shipwrecked Twice. And Shipwrecked Twice can't stand for that. He's got to get rid of him. And he does. And now it's 2 versus 1. Shipwrecked Twice on 4 kills. And the WZ111, he'll be in a bit of strife. Didn't think he'd last too much longer. And now it's a 1 versus 1 there. Look, I think, pretty sure Shipwrecked Twice is a one-shot for the American heavy tank. He's only on 251 hit points, and fairly certain the T-32 does more damage than that. Unless he's running the 90mm gun, he might stand a chance, because he doesn't want to rely on his armour in this scenario. He doesn't want to lose this. He's already done over 4,000 hit points of damage for his 4 kills. Only 1 tank left. And, of course, it's assault mode, so if Shipwrecked Twice can survive this, then he'll win, so long as that T-32 doesn't cap him out. T-32's on 3 kills. Shipwrecked Twice on 4. And looks like Shipwrecked Twice doing something a bit sneaky here, trying to go for a totally different angle. T-32 on 417 hit points, so Shipwrecked Twice will need to shoot him at least twice to take him out of the game. But he's using his low profile to stay below this little undulation down here. He's hasn't been tempted to load premium ammunition. Probably thinks that if that T-32 fires the superior rate of fire on the Object 416, he should be able to get 2 shots into him as a 2-minute timer starts. And that T-32, he was no slouch. He got right around there. That was a pretty good move there by the American heavy tank. Shipwrecked Twice shoots and misses. Takes a shot from the American heavy tank, but he hasn't got another repair kit. It looks to me like the T-32 just fired again. Very lucky that that shot from the T-32 didn't take any health off him. All it did was track him, end up costing him any health. T-32 shows him the side, a beautiful bounce off the turret, I'd say, of the Object 416, and then he puts the final kill shot into the American heavy tank, confirming the win 15-14. What an absolute ripper of a result from Shipwrecked Twice from RNG Clan, running around in his Object 416, a very groovy little tank indeed, the low profile Russian medium tank. And looking at the post-game battle results, this is where he's picked up his 2nd mark of excellence. That was the game. Of course, you might have seen, I didn't notice it, but you might have seen that he did already have 1 mark of excellence on his gun barrel in that battle. But as well as picking up a 2nd mark of excellence, he's aced it with an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. All the minor medals: Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, a Steel Wall for getting at least 11 shots that bounced from the enemy. High Caliber for doing at least 20% of the damage, and he absolutely had a ripper game there. That WZ111 didn't have a bad game either, doing 4,500 hit points of damage, but Shipwrecked Twice doing 4,500 with his 5 kills, giving him a base experience score of 1369. You can see he fired 25 shots, 18 hit, 16 went through. 4,500 plus a little bit of spotting damage, and that ended up being an ace tanker in the Russian tier 8 medium tank. And handy little profit there of 15,500 credits as we move on to the second game of this double shot of tier 8 action featuring the Russian medium tank, the Object 416, again being driven by shipwreckedtwice, who's recently renamed himself, I think, to Bo B, which is the name of his YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out. I'll put a link down the bottom when I publish this video. And this time he's on Live Oaks in just a normal game, and he's going exactly where he I reckon this is the place to be on this map. If you win this southeastern flank, you generally win the game. Now I don't know who this bloke was shooting at, the T-37. Maybe there was a fly. Nothing worse than flies sometimes. Takes the SU-100 down to half health from that nicely sniped shot. Always handy to get a snipey shot in on your way to an engagement. And a lot of tank destroyers on the enemy side, and of course artillery, which you just saw. And that's why shipwreckedtwice is moving up to this little mound here. You're generally pretty safe from artillery when you sit on the back of this hill. But look at this, is with this tank doesn't have the gun depression, so you've really got to be careful how you play it on hills, because it's the gun depression on pretty much any rear mounted turret can be a little bit painful. That FCM, who was so aggressive early, is running like a girl, which tells me there's probably not many enemy tanks on this flank, which is very unusual on this map. Takes the FCM down to 200 hit points. Bulldog confirms the kill. The Leopard takes out the artillery, and shipwreckedtwice picks up his first kill, taking the Hellcat out of the game. And with the score on 4-0, you'd have to think they're a pretty good chance in this one. He's still on full health. He's picked up nearly 1,200 hit points of damage and a kill. And I can tell you, he's just getting warmed up. Fires clutch towards the charioteer, but of course Russian accuracy, it's not always going to hit. And he's looking at that SU-100 for kill number 2. Making the score very handy on 5-0. And can he kill the charioteer? He can. He's picked up his 3rd kill. Who says these rear-mounted tanks can't play off ridge lines? If that shot had went into the Saint Emile, I would have absolutely cried. But 7-2 is the score. 1631 hit points of damage and 3 kills from shipwreckedtwice. He's not wasting any time. He's going to get right in amongst it. They're 5 tanks up, so he's going to be straight in among, trying to get some more kills, some more damage, and do a little bit of damage in the city. Of course, the 416 does have a decent amount of armor and a little bit of aggro happening in the chat, which is not unusual for the Asian server, I guess. Auto aims at the Saint Emile, puts a shell into him, taking him down to 575 hit points, and he's getting right into where all these heavy tanks are. He's looking at the OI, taking him down to a 1-shot, setting him on fire. Does he kill him? No, the T-37 does that. So he's still on 3 kills, shipwreckedtwice, and he's looking for more opportunities for damage. Those heavy tanks look like they're behind a building, so he's going to move into position, try and pick up some more kills. Is it a T-71 on 1 health? Just ram it. He shoots him, picks up his 4th kill. 10-5 is the score. Nearly 2,500 hit points of damage. God knows how much spotting damage he's done, being right amongst it. Bounces a shot from the IS and puts a shell into return. And then he picks up kill number 5. 11-6 is the score. You wouldn't want him to cap it out now, would you? Looks at the Swedish tank destroyer, sends him back to the garage for kill number 6. And he'd have to fancy himself here. He can do no wrong in this game. Shipwreckedtwice puts a shot into the 110. Someone else damages him as well, takes him down to 547. Looking for another shot. He actually gets the kill shot there, picking up kill number 7. He'd dearly like a Radley Walters here as he looks at the T7 German tank destroyer. That'll do. Kill number 8. Have a look at that. Kill number 8. Radley Walters medal. The KV-85, who's a little bit angry, has killed one of the players on the site, and it looks like the AMX ELC is harassing the artillery on the southeast part of the game, but it doesn't matter because the chieftain wanted to win this by capping. He didn't want to let anyone else get any more damage. But all in all, an absolute ripper of a game from Shipwrecked Twice. RNG. Somehow that was only a first class mastery badge, but he absolutely carried that one. Radley Walters medal, high caliber, Top Gun, Fire for Effect, Duelist, Bruiser. Look at all that. Look at those tanks that he damaged, killed and spotted. It was an absolute ripper. And you can see he comfortably top scored there with 3,804 hit points of damage for his 8 kills. And his Radley Walters medal, 1,282 base experience. I reckon an ace tanker was probably only one shot away. KV85, absolute wanker. That bloke, he was getting very angry in the chat. Not sure who he killed. Chronozone. Not sure who he killed at all. Just going through just to see all the tanks that did die, who he might have killed. And they were getting a little bit angry in the chat. Of course, he killed the Leo, the new Swedish medium tank, which I'm yet to play. But all in all, a ripper game from Shipwrecked Twice. Nearly just over 25,000 credits profit in that game. The game only went for less than 5 minutes, but he had an absolute ripper, absolutely carrying it on Live Oaks. Thanks for the replays, Shipwrecked Twice, aka Bo B. Don't forget to check out his YouTube channel. 2 awesome games in the little bit weird Object 416 rear turreted, low profile medium tank. 2 games that he absolutely carried. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.